Here's a fun hypothetical for you. You find yourself face to face with a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex that has just been summoned from the dark primeval wastes directly to your doorstep. And he's arrived just in time for dinner, and he knows exactly what he's having. He wants nothing more than to eat you, and he will wait as long as it takes for a chance to do just that. The moment you step outside, you are dinner. Some would call that less than ideal. T-Rex was a beast crafted by evolution over millions of years to be every other dinosaur's worst nightmare, and now he's yours. He's got teeth like railroad spikes, a bite like a hydraulic press, sensors that can pinpoint you from miles away, and legs that can close the distance. What some might call the worst neighbor ever has just moved in. After a while of being stalked by a monster that time should have left behind, you make up your mind. Something must be done about this. This guy has got to go. Sounds good, but there's just one problem. He will not let you leave the house without eating you, so you can't go anywhere to obtain weapons. What's worse, you have no guns. To destroy your new reptilian nemesis, you will have to get a little bit creative. Here are 10 possible home solutions for Tyrannosaurus pest control. Number 10. Perhaps this is all just a big misunderstanding. Perhaps this beast is smarter and more civilized than he lets on. And perhaps he can be taught to see reason. You step outside the front door. He sees you. You call him over. He approaches, drool streaming from his jaws. You advise him about proper socializing procedure as expected of civilized people. You tell him about right and wrong. You tell him about human rights. For a second, there's a pause. And then, in a moment of decision, he seems to get you. In his jaws. Number 9. Here's a better idea. How old is your house? If the answer is yes, then there could be treasure inside your walls. Treasure that could be the miracle ingredient for your dinosaur re-extinction goals. That's right, it's asbestos. Don't forget to wear a mask, this is dangerous for you too. Here are the steps. 1. Break the asbestos panels into smaller pieces. 2. Grind them into dust using a blender. 3. Scoop the dust up into a leaf blower. 4. Lure the T-Rex to the window. And 5. Blow the asbestos dust right into its face. Congratulations, you've successfully contaminated the great beast's lungs with asbestos fibers. His fate is now sealed. He should be stone dead in about 20 years. Number 8. If you're up to try some real weapons, this is the option for you. By attaching a kitchen knife to a broomstick, you now have a spear. Your very own ancestors sent great swaths of ancient beasts straight to oblivion with weapons just like these. So one might think it to be a good choice. Now, that would be true were it not for a simple fact. This is a T-Rex. T-Rexes were known to bite each other on a daily basis with countless teeth, bigger and stronger than any knife. A mere spear thrown by human hands, in comparison, would do next to nothing. Number 7. If you're more inclined for the passive approach, you could try this. You are inside the house. The dinosaur is outside. It is waiting for you to come out. But what if you simply didn't? You have enough food stored inside your house to keep you well fed for about 2 weeks. But what about the Rex? A large predator like him is going to need tens of thousands of calories every single day in order to keep going. So unless any farmers decide to herd their cows down the street for some reason, he's going to starve before you do. Unless, that is, he manages to find a supplementary food source.
Hey Mois, I just did a fat poopy in the toilet.
That's nice, Mita.
I'm really proud of it. Mois, please come look at it.
That's nice.
Holy crap, Lois, I'm being eaten by a Tyrannosaurus.
That's nice, Mita.
It appears as though Mr. Rex will be eating just fine after all. Number 6. So you want to try that whole weapons approach again, but this time with a bit more effort. Very well. You can make a spear with a knife and a broomstick, but what if you took that even further? By tearing out one of the house's internal non-load-bearing walls, you now have enough timber to construct your very own ballista. With the right position and setup, it's ready to go. One thing to know about Tyrannosaurus Rex was that one of their natural enemies was none other than Triceratops, whose horns could reach over a meter long and cause some catastrophic damage. Tyrannosaurus Rex, in fact, evolved specifically to survive fights with Triceratops, and a homemade ballista simply pales in comparison to a threat like that. If you go with this route, expect to need a lot of ammunition. Number 5. As it just so happens, you have the only swimming pool in the entire neighborhood, and there are no other natural bodies of water nearby. If Mr. Rex would like a nice drink, it would have to be from your pool. It would be a real shame then if his sole available water source happened to be poisoned. In case you were wondering if the chlorine already in the pool would be enough to do the job, pool chlorine levels are usually maintained such that small children who accidentally drink it don't die. This should go without saying. So what else can you poison your waterhole with? A bottle of bleach? The swimming pool is tens of thousands of litres. One bottle of bleach would only contribute less than 0.01% of the liquid inside that pool. You're going to need a lot more than one bottle if you want to do some damage. What about salt? Same problem. Unless you have a few 100 kilograms of salt lying around, then turning your pool into undrinkable seawater is not going to happen. A much better choice would be gasoline. If you drained your car's entire fuel tank and poured it into the pool will become quite toxic to drink. Even if the total volume is less than 1%, gasoline floats on water, so the T-Rex will be getting a mouthful of it every time it tries to drink. That's quite promising. You will have to be careful though, as the gasoline will evaporate with time, so you'll have to pour it in about when you think that Mr. Rex will be getting thirsty. Once he drinks the gasoline, it will slosh around in his stomach, and while it does, it will continue to evaporate and then flow into his lungs, and that will cause a lot of damage indeed, unless he throws it up immediately. Number 4. An even better option than poisons is biohazards. Even if you don't have any spare anthrax lying around to use, there are simpler options available. All you have to do is befoul the pool as much as possible, turn off the cleaning, and toss in anything that will turn the pool into the embodiment of sin itself. Dead animals from the attic, mouldy food fished out from under the fridge, and yes, even lots of human waste. Now, T-Rex was no stranger to deadly bacteria back in its day. Rotting meat was often considered a delicacy. Its mouth was one of the most wretched biohazards of the Cretaceous, and one it used to devastating effect. However, despite its natural resistances, there's one little discrepancy that could become the key to your victory. This Rex was summoned directly from the end of the Cretaceous 66 million years ago. A lot has happened since then. New lands have formed, new animals have evolved, and new pathogens have appeared. Indeed, there's a good chance that there's something in that disgusting pool that a T-Rex's immune system has not evolved to be able to handle, and it could very well destroy him. Number 3. Now for something very, very illegal. By siphoning out the gasoline from your car and mixing it with $33 at a ratio of you carry the two, you now hold the god of fire in your hands. Water balloons, anyone? Except they're not filled with water at all. They're filled with homemade. Try to aim for the nose, eyes, inside of the mouth and feet. Now all you have to do is let there be light. You might even be able to do it with just a used cigarette. A little treat for a job well done. Number 2. Tyrannosaurus Rex was a tremendous beast that could weigh up to 10 tons. That's a lot of weight that he could throw around like it's nothing. and as he waits to turn you into dinner, he is expecting none of those multi-ton tactics from you. That is where he is sorely mistaken. Now, some might think that the only use for a car in any dinosaur-related scenario would be to use it to escape. Very few people, however, consider what might happen were you to drive your car not away from the beast, but straight at it. The car weighs 1.5 tons, only 15% of the weight of the Rex. Surely you would think that that could only cause minimal damage. However, force equals mass times acceleration, and you now have a lot of acceleration. If you drive at full speed directly into Mr. Rex's ankles, he will fall over. And as we all know, the bigger you are, the harder you fall, and he is the biggest of them all. Mr. Rex will never move again, and neither will your car. And now your number one option. Imagine, if you will, that there is a power in this world so strong, so convenient, that it could simply smite Mr. Rex where he stands and let you be rid of him for good. Surely such a power is simply too good to be true. Or is it? What if it has been under your nose the entire time? Or rather, above it. Perhaps it is time to introduce Mr. Rex to the wrath of Zeus. All you need to do is throw something conductive, perhaps something like a chain, in such a way that it will hook onto the power lines right in front of your house and dangle its chainy length down to a height where it can meet Mr. Rex. Now, do that many more times so that Mr. Rex cannot approach the front of your house without receiving a big hello from Mr. Zappy. Now, with that done, simply step out the front door, call Mr. Rex over, and enjoy the fireworks. So that's all 10 options. All these dinosaur movies with no creativity, you sure showed them that there is more than one way to skin a Rex. If your life was placed in peril by an annoying dinosaur staking out your house to eat you, which method would you use? One of the methods shown here, or something completely different? Write down your thoughts in the comments below. And if you'd like some bonus points, try to explain how you're going to justify your choice to the animal rights activists who show up after you're done. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that there is a magical button right below this video? It is magical because if you press it, it makes me happy. It's called the subscribe button, and you can find it right next to the like button, which you should also press. If you press both of them at the same time, it will send me into a drunken stupor, like this. Woo!